Hey, welcome into the channel. I'm Elizabeth with Tru2itt Connections. If you're returning, I'm so grateful. And to those of you who are new, it's an honor, absolutely, to read for all of you. This is a look ahead at the week, June 2nd through June 8th. Quick tarot oracle reading, Light Seers Tarot, Shaman's Dream Oracle. Each sign is represented, Aries all the way around the wheel to Pisces. These will be quick, but I do hope that you find them helpful, maybe answer some questions that you are bouncing around in your head, or tap into your own intuition about things you need to know and do this week. All right, so let's get started. We're going to pop it off here with Aries. And don't forget also, happy June. I will be doing charm castings for the month of June. Be sure to check that out. I'll do my best to provide a link to. All right, let's go. All right, Aries. Two major arcana cards, the Hermit, strong Virgo, the Lovers in reverse, Gemini, and Four of Cups. I feel a lot of Cancerian energy as we're starting off June, but we will be moving into Cancer. You're going to be up in your emotions some. But what I need you guys, Aries, to understand, there's an end of a cycle here. Reasons and seasons and cycles, and you're reflecting on all of that, the good, the bad, the ugly, the past, and what is going on in this relationship, this situation, these decisions has you feeling a lack of communication, number one, disconnected. You might be feeling a lack of confidence, and this too is just being very pessimistic. So what's called for, Aries, is a new perspective. And I would say that understanding there is a big change coming and you feel it, or a big decision and you know it in your gut and you know what's right for you. And at times this could trigger some doubt. What's going on, this decision, the situation you're going through this week. But you really need to think about how to release some heaviness and shine this inner light. It's like being in the thick of the worst thunderstorm. The winds are horrible, you don't know which way to go, and then you see a break in the clouds and everything starts to change. You know, we are working towards Jupiter moving into Cancer. We're working with a full moon in Sagittarius. Some of you may just really need to change up your scenery. Trust this decision. Do it, make the change, and then do something new out of the ordinary. And from the shaman's dream, we get the falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. All right, let's take a look at what this truly means. Number one, I'm going to tell you, you need to trust your intuition. You need to manifest a new beginning and not be so pessimistic. Now, number two, this is about who you trust. These are the decisions you have to make. There's some people around you that do not have the best intentions for you, Aries. You're reflecting a lot of good energy out and attracting, I think, some negative energy. I want you to watch out for that. And these could be friends, work associates, even someone you're in love with who truly doesn't have your best interest at heart. And third, as I mentioned, it really is about getting a higher perspective, a bigger view of what's going on so you can analyze this situation from a different angle, and that's going to give you more insight. And once you understand what needs to be done, and that's where I need you to trust your intuition as you look at these cards. you will be able to take flight again and know which direction to take. This is really a new perspective, will help you make these decisions and move away from people you cannot trust. Okay, thank you, Aries. We're going to go to Taurus now. Okay, welcome in, Taurus. Let's take a look what we have for you today. You have Venus moving into your sign this week on Friday. Here you have Temperance, another major arcana card. Sag energy, divine timing, Archangel Michael, lots of angelic protection. Taurus, good energy. Let's keep going. You do have the Nine of Swords. Some of you may be really all up in your thoughts and emotions. Most likely, we have two nines here. So Taurus, there's been some endings and it hurt. You were going out of your mind. I feel honestly like that's settling down and you're coming into a calm zone where you can breathe better, calm your heartbeat, and tap into your higher consciousness here with this Temperance and Hermit energy. You have reached an ending, but with all of that, I know now you see the new beginnings coming. So I need you to be patient, understand there is divine guidance, protection, and messages that you will feel that I'm not even tapping into. I feel many of you have finally really stopped some of the grieving and you're able to get out of bed, and no offense, and that may only apply to a few of you, but I've been there. I know what it's like, and you're just calmer now and you're ready to honestly prophesize what you need and where you're headed. And I think that's beautiful energy. And I want you to understand when you hit this kind of completion that there will be a truth that arises towards that you can't deny, and it's going to change your perspective. So some of you have really had a loss or an ending, and this is going to be a time where you honor the lessons and the wisdom and all the wounds, and you start to share that wisdom and heal and let support come in. You also may really put an end to something this year, really draw a line in the sand, so to speak, this year, this week. All right, now let's look at the Shaman's Oracle dream for you. And you have mindful group think 40. So I want you to think about a more action-oriented leadership role now that you've kind of regained your composure, so to speak. You're feeling more powerful, and I do think that you're ready to ask for the support that you need, Taurus, and that is beautiful. So stick to what you know and believe. Don't fall into groupthink. Be the natural leader that I spoke of. Do what is absolutely right for you. Because much like Aries, Taurus, there's some people around you or some thoughts or ideas that you don't hold close to your heart. You're seeing things a different way. So I want you to be mindful of what you want, of keeping your faith, and that good brings more good. Love, more love, gratitude, more grateful things. Be careful what you're marrying and be the natural leader in your life, and don't fall into a group think, but do open up to the support that you may be needing at this time. And it is definitely here in the form of Archangel Michael. All right, Taurus, I love that for you. We're going to go on to Gemini now. And Gemini, Four of Pentacles in reverse. And the Fool. Gemini, look at you getting unstuck. We are going with Earth energy, and then strong Aquarius, air energy, and Seven of Cups. A little water for us too. Feeling Scorpio, however it all applies. So, Gemini, you are done worrying about money. You are done overthinking things. I think you're taking the last bit of Jupiter in your sign, the lessons you've learned, the endings you've had, the confusion, and now you have clarity and a whole new beginning for you. This zero is not zero. You're not a fool. It's amazing, Gemini. It's wholeness. It's everything, mind, body, and spirit, a new phase, and you're ready to go. And I want you to think about yourself as a butterfly. I want you to understand that there is such an acceptance to change that you have now. You're not confused. I believe you've made the choice. And many of you, this might have to do with work or money, but certainly abundance, and that can include love. And I also want you to know and trust that everything happens for a reason. That's how you got here. You've learned a lot from it. And trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Don't be confused, and really put a lot of faith in yourself and what you feel in your gut. Also, I want you to know that you're going to navigate some of these decisions and putting all your faith into what you love, what you have passion about. You're going to do this with ease and grace, Gemini. Just go with the flow. There's not going to be a lot of confrontation or struggle with you this week. I think you're opening up to a lot of new beginnings. So let's take a look at Shaman's Dream Oracle for you. And it's this. The Father Gate, bold step forward, just like the Fool's card. And it's 55. And I can speak to that, but right now we're going to take that to 10. And how you've been through the ending and you see the light and the new beginning, just like this Fool's journey. There's no more confusion. It's truly leaving all of that confusion behind, and not necessarily knowing what's ahead, but having that faith and that strength to just be the explorer, the journeyer. And I feel, Gemini, you're gonna really love the Sag full moon that's coming this month, next week, I believe. And you're gonna feel that you can express all of your gifts for the first time, and where they take you is going to be super exciting. I love that, Gemini. All right, let's see what's in store for Cancer. And Cancer, 5 of Wands, fire energy, changes, conflict. Some of you are in a big fight. Some of you are climbing the ladder for work, learning things, training, things you're passionate about. But I feel like there has, in the recent past, been just a lot of fighting. And now you're like, whoosh. I'm glad that's over with. I'm back to being more in control of my emotions as it goes all around me. And you need a break from it too. And Cancer, why not? This looks like it was quite a battle. You know, you've done the work to face this change with grace and compassion, as we mentioned in the Gemini reading. And here you are, literally the water sign Cancer, just being that ruler, gender fluid, letting everything flow around you, doing what's the work to you? Like, I love immersing myself in water when I've been on fire, either by myself or someone else, just burning the midnight oil or dealing with people that don't like me, negative comments, really sticky situations. And here, if you like to meditate, maybe you even like to sail, swim, soak in the tub, sound therapy, water therapy, because you need to rejuvenate, rest, and recoup. Now, interestingly enough, there's a lot of Emperor energy here. So I know that you're a natural born leader. It's just you've had to climb your way through some stuff. And yeah, you feel more in control, but you're like, that was a lot. I need a break. And here comes dances on one foot, balancing act. That's what happened. And it's a 9. There were endings of cycles. You were trying to make everyone happy, balancing out every little minute of your day. And now it's time for you to take a break and recoup. I hope this week will lend that self to you, my Cancerians. And I want you to understand about this balancing act. I feel like this is it's a leaf of sorts, but it's like a pen drawing a line in the sand about these situations and what happened, so you can take a break and put both feet back on the ground. I want you to understand these challenges that have been going on might have you feel like, I should have done more. I woulda, shoulda, coulda kind of stuff. And life really has provided you now with everything you need. So please don't do the shoulda, woulda, coulda on you. You really did everything you could. And now I feel that life is saying you can rest now. We've got you, and we're going to provide so much love back and abundance so you can put both feet on the ground. And remember, when it feels like you're losing your balance, don't contract holding your arms in. I do that. I fold them across my chest. It makes us fall. Instead, reach out, extend them fully, and say yes. Say yes to life again. Say yes to support. Say yes to yourself and what you need. And say yes to love again. And understanding when you stretch out your arms and say yes, that Spirit's steadying your hand, and God has your back and your balance. All right, Cancer, let's move on to Leo. All right, Leo, here we go. No way, I shuffled 1,000 times. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Wow, okay, Leo. You are getting a lot of air energy. You've been doing a lot of thinking. You need time to rest and recoup. But I believe you see clarity now. You see the way forward. Look at these 10s. So you've had to stop a minute and think about what you really need and what vibe you have moving forward. And I want you to know that you're ready to promote change, to feel empowered, to push past these endings and what worried you and move towards that light, because it brings in a lot of love. And if that's not what you're looking for, joy, the abundance that you want in your heart and in your life, I want you to know that you're going to possibly have some grounding issues, security issues, but you're really moving forward and initiating change that's going to help you release, Leo, any old patterns and especially old beliefs that don't really resonate with you anymore and make sense. You're like, why did I think that way when things could be this way? And sometimes it could be this and that, but you have to move towards being so worried and just opening up all of your chakras, your portals, centers, your meridians in your body, and letting love flow for yourself. I'm not pushing love or relationships on anyone, Leo. This is really a lot about reevaluation of yourself and loving yourself again. And you're going to have some trust issues about relationships, but a lot of healing will come with that, and that this transition that you're going through from these endings into new beginnings. Now, Shaman's Oracle dream for you, first breath, beginner's mind. That's what's happening. 21 for me, let's take it to 3. That's where you plant the seeds. You know what you want now. We're done resting. We're ready to start planting and nourishing and growing, watering the idea, accepting the love and the support and where it takes you. An important message that comes with this is the situation that was so difficult only a few days ago. Just be with it, breathe. You've already gone past it. You've overcome it, even if no one realizes this yet. And soon enough, they will, because you may move on from the situation, as I mentioned. But listen, don't squander the power that you feel and understand from the narrative of this card. Use it for the new beginnings that are here for you. Endings, yes, but this is what you're after. I know it. And this is your sign. So you can come out of your cocoon and stretch your wings and take that first breath. All right, now we are on to Virgo. Right, Virgo, and for you, King of Pentacles, gender fluid, good grounded leadership qualities, chill energy on top of things. Virgo, wow. You guys are doing well with work, money, job, abundance, independence. Be grateful for what you have because you're wanting more. How much more do you want, Virgo? So, a lot of earth energy, guys. Taurus. We do have Venus in Taurus, Virgo, which could be really good for you. That love, that nurturing, the money, the just even the self-care that you're doing. Now here, this is Aquarius energy, and there's something, although you have a lot, and I know you're grateful, there's something more you want. Perhaps you're really dealing with being super independent and you've got that down pat. But there's something you're wishing for. And honestly, Virgo, I get an idea of what it can be. I know what it is for me. But if I tell you my wish, will it still come true? So if you tell me yours, will it? But do know that if you don't have the money or work or abundance you're looking for, this is an indication you're going to get it. Wishes granted, opportunities coming in, more balance to your life, healing after traumatic events. Although I feel like you've done this. This is more about what you really want. So I want you to focus on that and have the inspiration and renewed hope that you can get it. Like for me, for example, Virgo, do I really want another relationship, more love? I do. I'm I'm scared to say that out loud, but I did. And maybe that's what you need to do too. Don't lose your faith. All right, now let's get the Shaman's Dream Oracle for you. The crossing initiation, and this is a 9 as well. So yes, we're in that hermit prophet mode where we've done the stuff, we've been through the cycles. This is a new one, and we know what we want. So it's like being initiated into a new dream that we didn't even think would come true. And it's being the bridge between here on earth and the heavens and making that connection. So I want you to concentrate and to keep the faith and hope about what you want. This is about stepping into the boat that's waiting for you and letting it carry you into the cave where the shadows are waiting to be illuminated so you can be born again into a world without denial, without sacrifice, with these things that you have worked hard for and you're grateful for, but there's more. And making this crossing is a beautiful, powerful act of love. And it's going to bring you the things that you've been wanting. And I do hope that helps. Again, here, all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Cap, and Aquarius. Love it. All right, now we are on to, what are we on to? Libra. All right, Libra. 9 of Swords, air energy, just like you, going after something, or you're running from something, but there's a lot of speed here. Don't make rash decisions. All right, there you are, right in the middle of your reading, Libra energy. Again, slow down, hold on. Let's decide what you really want. Let's balance these things out a little bit. Got interrupted, heard something weird. Okay. And the Fool. So, honestly, I think you've really looked in the reflection. You know what you want. You've made up your mind about it. You've gotten messages about it. You may have made a rash decision and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not going to bring balance, and that this is absolutely what I need. So you're doing one of two things. You're leaving one thing for another, or you're running towards this new beginning, and you might feel foolish. People might tell you, why did you do that? Why did you give up a job? Were you not listening to the messages? Yada, yada. But you're deep down, you know what brings these divine situations into your life, the connections, the opportunities that are waiting for you. When you take the wisdom from the past where you may have made rush judgments, rash decisions, and now you're using the wisdom to feel more whole, more balanced, and ready to start on this new venture. Libra, you're here. We have a lot of Aquarius popping up lately, and I would say here too, a lot of air energy. So be sure to ground yourself. Let's get a Shaman's Oracle card for you. I see that no matter what rush decisions were made or um, who may have left you, so to speak, if you ran from a situation or they did that fight or flight thing. You've realized balance has come in and you're ready to start new. And my feather sat on top of you. And here, Shaman's Oracle, the whale song resonating 61-7, another divine number. And do you see this wholeness in this imagery? I love this. Now, let's think about the emotion, the water that comes into this reading now, where you're getting the download you need. You're getting that beautiful divine music in your mind that's like telling you you are on the right path. There's sacred geometry here, the flower of life in this wholeness that I know you feel deep in your soul, that you can shine from your heart and communicate everything that you want on this new journey, and it's good energy. And what I love about this card too, it's when you're so overstimulated by something, you might chase the wrong thing. So I bet you resonate, many of you Libra, with that. You were like, hold on, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm going to balance things out and go for what I really want, so that now you can jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, how you can collaborate or just grow in an entrepreneurial way. You are definitely embodying harmony and beauty and purpose and meaning. And this is an invitation to you to set your plans in motion and break free from anything that's holding you back, because your heart is calling and you need to answer it. All right, Libra, that is amazing. And let's go to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, for you, Six of Cups. Six of Cups, I like that. You're either really stuck in the past, Eight of Cups. Uh-oh. All right, Scorpio, water energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But Scorpio, what's going on? I feel like you're stuck. Aha! You were, but you're ready. You're like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I got a little stuck in the past. I was thinking about moving on. But I'm not. I know what I need to do now is bring in more passion to my life. I need to sing and dance. I mean, literally, many of you are very spiritual. Why don't you go to a drum circle? Or, oh, like me recently, I got to ride a horse. Do things that you've always wanted to do, so you don't have to make drastic changes and completely walk away from something. I think you just need a break. You need to balance out your emotions. They may have been really up and down, and you just know it in your tummy that you have more to say. There's more you want to do. And I get that, but I would just implement these things little by little and make them fun. Don't change up your world completely, but let's just bring a lot more laughter and dance. And, well, it could be anything, exercise of some sort, or just even painting, things like that bring you happiness. A lot of fire energy, Aries, Leo, perhaps, Capricorn. I mean Sag. I didn't mean that. Sag. But there's something you want to do. There's an adventure you want to go on, or a new hobby, and you need to do it. Let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has for Scorpio. benefactor, grace and generosity, 3. Exactly the energy I was hoping for you, where 3, think of the seed where you can start this adventure, this project, this forward movement that's not running away from anything. It's about playing and love and nurturing and grace and generosity. And I hope it comes your way. I feel that you're ready to give it out. Perhaps last month was a very watery Scorpio moon. And now I feel that you're moving out of that. Now, for many of you, there could be some big transitions coming in here. There could also be a little toxicity. I want you to be careful that people don't take advantage of your generosity, because I feel many of you, Scorpio, you're going to be helping others, and that is part of your passion. You're like the Empress, helping other people that need support, that need this grace and generosity. Just be sure they don't take advantage of you. And in that too, if you receive a lot of, let's say you get an inheritance, don't blow it all away. There's sort of like a bunny and a mouse up here and a bee, and they're all cooperating, and I love it, but there's a little bit of overindulgence and a little bit with the snake down here of toxicity. So I want you to be careful that no one takes advantage of that. That could be also someone from the past, and that might make sense to you guys. All right. Now we're going to move into Sag. All right, Saggies. Whoa, you guys all flipped over. And you flipped my feather. All right, let's go here. 6 of Wands, very good fire, Sag kind of energy. Pat yourself on the back. Why do you guys want to flip over like this? All right. You have had some small victories, but now I feel like you're like, wait a minute. What's my next goal? What is my next goal? And your cards are all over the place. Sag, Judgment. Here you are with this Judgment. Scorpio energy. I need you to really trust your intuition, because like I said, you're like, I've made this, woohoo, made this achievement, this goal. I did it. Now you're kind of crashing and wondering, what is my next direction? I believe for many of you, you're having a spiritual awakening as well. And it's important that you understand these changes and delays you may be feeling. Understand that all this hard work you put in, you're in your heart, you know what to do next. And you're gonna get messages about it if you would really be open to it and don't have any self-doubt about what's going on. It's gonna take a little bit more time, Sag, than you thought, but I believe that you're going to begin to show yourself in such a transparent way. Your intuition is going to shine through just like the lights here on stage, and it's going to guide you onto the next phase. So really drop any masks that you may be kind of armored up with, okay? Just be transparent. Accept the praise. Accept the glory, but know that it won't continue. You have to keep making the forward movement, and know that there's a way to really understand your full potential And you just have to be open and honest with your own heart without judgment on yourself, and then allow yourself to really evolve and expand beyond what you thought you could do. There's so much more, and it will bring a lot of true abundance into your life. Let's look at Shaman's Dream Oracle for you. Crown Games, the right use of power. I love that because sometimes with this, there can be mind games a little bit where you wear a mask, you're not really showing who you are. And this right use of power, the Crown Games, I also told you to trust your intuition so much, and that's part of this, as well as balancing yourself and understanding infinite possibilities you have, not just this one goal. There's so much more. And I do believe many of you are asking for guidance, and this is clarification on that. And do ask for the guidance. It will come when you choose compassion also over your own goals. So there could be some messages here where you are like, no, I don't want to help you, but you might need to help yourself and the others all move forward. And when you stop caring about who does wear the crown, true success and influence appear for you. And that is wisdom from the book. I needed to share that with you. That feels very important. All right, Sag, I hope that helps you as you move on to the next divine step. And we're moving on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Woo, look at you. 4 Pentacles. Earth energy, feeling it. Little Emperor. You're being a little stingy. What's going on? Let's keep going. Natural born leader. Oh, Page of Pentacles. All right, maybe you just had to pinch your pennies for a second there because you're starting something new. And I love this big, wide perspective you have on things for this new beginning. Let's go. And you also have the Hermit. So you've been doing a lot of introspective work, soul searching about money, work, career, the things that bring you stability. And I believe that you see some endings that had you, okay, watching your budget, or let's even say this has to do about love. You're just like putting up the boundaries, needing time to start over and get a bigger perspective, not only from the outside in, but from the inside out. And in that way, you're able to better trust and follow your intuition, the things that you may have had dreams about, prophesized about. I want you to trust in that. They're not just wild things, coincidences. There are no coincidences. I believe that you've gotten some very intuitive downloads about what to do on leading your life and being grounded, and how to accept some endings. But right there in the middle are messages about new beginnings that do help you be balanced and grounded. And if you guys do yoga, many of you you'll get that. She's in a tree pose on top of the forest, really seeing the big picture, manifesting things and attracting beautiful things in, Capricorn. Teachability. So you go from the 9s to a 10 here. The hollow bone. So what wisdom are you taking forward? Because you've learned a lot here. So think about being empty so that the wind of spirit can blow through you, so that you get the downloads as you look at these cards, you listen to this information. What is spirit telling you, and you can see it in the greens and blues here reflecting your heart chakra. This hollow bone has come to you to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. You're the prophet here. Understanding this will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. You are not going to lose everything. The community's right there. You're not going to fall off the tree. The things that you've prophesized are going to come true, but you're going to know how to deal with it. And understanding fear over opportunity and how to balance that will help you ground yourself and understand that you're just so much more than you've been telling yourself. So that negative talk, this is an indication to make that stop and be more positive and relinquish any ego and your need to be right, and just be more philosophical and more introspective before you move forward, because you're being called to practice humility. And that, I guess, is the overall message, Capricorn. But I do believe that you're really shining the light on the things that you want, and I hope this helps. All right, now on to Aquarius. Aquarius has been coming up a lot in the readings. And Queen of Swords, here we go. Still in Gemini season, we have a lot of air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Four of Swords. Queen of Swords, you're like really leading your way, understanding the truth, knowing when to raise the caution flag. Here, you're really about communication, for, again, leadership qualities, but you just need to take a break, because many of you are having to do everything, Aquarius. You may be a single parent. You may be the leader of a company, family, whatever the situation. You're very independent and very much the leader, the boss, and you're doing everything, and it's good. You're happy. It's good. But you just need to take a break. Some things may have happened that kind of had you pulled down the flag of communication and let's go, and you're raising the caution and the red flag. But I know that you understand these cycles, and you're like, it's okay. I have a lot. I know I'm good with what I have. I can take these lessons as well. I needed a break, but I learned a lot, and I'm moving forward. Almost like bookends. A little more serious here. A little bit more, I had to say what I had to say to get it off my mind and my chest. Now I'm more heart-centered after I've had this rest. All right, Aquarius, now a lot of things could have happened to you, but this is calling a spade a spade. You did it. I don't think you were happy about it. It was hard, all of that. But in the end, it worked. You're okay, and you're ready for something new. So what does Shaman's Dream Oracle have? Deep diver, diving into a task. 9 to 10. Woo! So you're like, all right, I've got to finish what I started. I've got to tell this person that I know the truth, and I'm taking a break from it. I got to tell this person I work for, I need a vacation. You know, there's a lot of things here Many of you are having to be a caregiver and just feeling overwhelmed and drowning in all of that energy. But you will come up for air. You will come up for air. Keep the faith. You too. This is an indication you've got to talk about what's going on. Don't do this deep dive and feel like you're drowning. Got to come up for air. Whew, breathe and talk about it. And not only talk about it, feel the emotion in this card. Go through the feels that you have to right here. Here you're like, all right, I know the truth. I got to feel it. I got to rest. I got to figure this out. Do the deep dive, but know that everything's going to be okay. Trust your intuition. Let that intuition propel you through the water so that you can regain your equilibrium, and also that you're going to come back up to the surface to discover new things with a new vision. And you're going to have to really do the work. This is either doing more of what you've been doing so you can finish the task, or taking on a new one. And nothing is ever as easy as we think. But again, use your intuition and your faith to propel you back up to the surface with this download you got. Bring it to life, because that's something you can do. So are you willing to do the work? Yes. Dive in and make that commitment and see it through, and you're going to be amazed. All right. Aquarius, cool. On to Pisces. All right, Pisces, we've got Light Seers Tarot for you. The Devil coming out. Pisces, Capricorn energy. Things that are bothering you. Things you know you need to let go of. It's kind of a strange energy. But what I see for you, Pisces, is, yeah, you've had some endings. Sometimes it's just all in your mind too, like a lot of overthinking, and knowing that there's no reason to stay stuck in this energy. And I feel like you quickly go, okay, yep, I see what I've got to do. I'm taking the lessons from the whole cycle of things I've learned, and I'm starting new, and I'm planting seeds. It feels very Empress Queen-like. And I want to remind you too that there are so many sacred symbols in both of these cards. So if that's something you're into, understand that. But I want you to feel the energy and the frequencies around you, and know when something's not right, somebody's wrong for you, a situation is wrong for you, and be willing to start a new cycle. Not forgetting, this is both Capricorn energy. Wait, am I right about that? I think I am. And the Wheel. Holy Toledo. Sag energy. So Pisces, what's going on? You've got a lot of Capricorn energy in you and Sag. So we can look at this a few ways. You're either surrounded by Capricorns and it's not working. It's way too much earth control. You're needing the wheel to turn a whole different way. You're wanting some endings here. Also, it could be about you putting in so much work, that kind of Capricorn energy. Some of you as Pisces may have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, and you are questioning if all the work you've put in is right for you, and what could be the next phase. So really want you to think about, after you've let go and realized the changes you need, or the worry, the anxiety, fear, false evidence appearing real. Like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm ready for a new world. But you want it to evolve in a different way. And I would love to know what you think that is. I do feel, Pisces, that you're balanced. This isn't so much about your emotions. It's finding the passion that you want for this next phase of work, abundance, that kind of thing. You don't want more of the same. You want something really new. Let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has for you guys. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. 14 is a 5, and that often is about these changes. And Pisces, you have 3 major arcana cards. There is no doubt all of this is changing. A lot has changed in your world. Just go with the flow. Here finally is the water energy you need. Experiencing life as it comes. This is a beautiful little sailboat there, letting the light shine down on you so that you can figure out what you really want next and how to communicate that deep desire. And I love this because as you do the work to let go of fear and anxiety and welcome in these new things, and you don't really know what it is, the beauty of this, it's not being lazy as you wait. It's knowing that life and these experiences will find you, and giving it up to God, and knowing that this will bring in everything you require without you really having to search for it, and just simply being instead of frantic doing. And see, there's no rush here. There will be a little risk in these changes, but it's all for the best. And even as you let your mind wander, this is from the book, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. Okay? The drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. All right, Pisces, I do hope that helps. And lastly, let me remind you, major cards, 14 is 5, changes, a little confusion, but this is about also your soul purpose, your soul path, and your soul connections. So do tap into exactly who, what, where, when, why, and how that connects to you. All right. Thank you all if you made it to the end. I love you. I love you guys anyway. I wish you so much love and peace this month. And I will be back with charm castings for the month. I'm sorry, this was for the week. Charm castings for the month and daily pick a cards. So you can keep tuning up that intuition. Peace out, guys. I love you.